All right, and we are live. What's going on? What's happening? You guys do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button. Let's get right into this. The bottom line is when you're a masculine, rugged, confident man, you intimidate these women. Okay? You intimidate them by doing the things that you're supposed to be doing and the things that you are doing on a daily basis. And because of this intimidation, it manifests in a bunch of different ways. You'll have women that should find you attractive attacking you. You'll have women that should be looking up to you as a leader, role model. Instead, they imitate what you're doing um, and then expect for you to find it attractive. It's just a lot of weird stuff going on. Basically, there wasn't any fathers or masculine men around growing up. So when these women see you, they don't know how to interpret you. They don't know what to do. They don't know whether to imitate you, whether to observe you, study you. They don't know what to do, man. So, you're in this conundrum, and this is what it is. So that's why I say just focus on yourself. Don't worry about any of these modern American women, and try to get a passport as soon as you possibly can. You know, that way you can go somewhere where a man that has his life together and his finances right can get a woman that still appreciates the American dollar and an American. So, you know, nothing against these women in the States. The system was set up, make sure there wasn't fathers in the home. And now with them seeing masculine men who don't take a knee to every loudmouth woman that just starts chirping because, you know, we weren't raised where the women ran the house. I know it's, assumed that all black people were raised by a single mother. That's not true. My dad was always there. It was very much so a very respectful home of how he spoke. We moved. That's what happened. My mom never had any problem with what he did because I guess they talked to each other, whatever. That was behind closed doors. So you making the assumption that I was raised in a broken home, and whenever a woman got loud, I would kowtow. That's not the case. My mother never had to get loud. So when I see you idiots running around being loud and being toxic, it's not impressive to me. I don't know what that is. It's foreign. It's foreign. I don't know what that is. My mother never had to get loud to get her point across. A lot of times, just certain looks or just getting up and leaving the room would change the energy of what was going on conversationally, I guess, with my dad and how he was disciplining, right? Literally would change the way he was moving just by her getting up and leaving the room. I don't know where you people came from and how y'all were raised, but assuming that just because you have a big mouth and know a bunch of words through this indoctrination education, it don't mean you're saying anything. And I see right through all that BS, and I see the trauma on you when you have to give me your resume of your qualifications when I should just be able to pick those up through your conversation. When you have to tell me that you're working out, and even though you have a couple kids, you just stop. You're used to being able to run your mouth and get your way, run your mouth and mentally manipulate weaker men. And you run up against this wall where you can't do anything but fall in line and get with the program or get lost. And there's no babbling, chattering, rambling your way into trying to get what you want. There shouldn't be no need for that. A real lady doesn't need to talk too much. That's why I don't trust most of these content creators. They talk too much. You sound like a used car salesman or an ambulance chaser. You have a great product like that McDonald's, CEO. When you have a great product, there's no need for you to have to advertise it too much, for you to have to sell it. It sells itself. Okay? So the problem is we're not just doing what you want us to do. And what you feel like is you have a monopoly on coochie. And oh well, they can't get it. No, 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 no. In this country, you do. But like I keep trying to remember the exact stat, but this dude Passport on TikTok said you're only 5%. I need to look it up myself, but you're only 5% of all women globally. You're not doing the math. So you're betting on us being too broke or too scared to venture off and at least mingle with the other 95% of women. It don't make any sense, man. Okay, what happened is you're allowing social media to build this false dichotomy where you think you're running things and you have the numbers and we're desiring you in this weird dog like and heat behavior, and that's not the case. And what social media is built for you and what you're seeing in real life is causing for your mind to break. Okay, like it's not adding up to you. In real life, you're not having men chase you. You're googly eyeing them. You're throwing your hair over your ear. You're doing all the signals, but we walk right by you. You're wearing provocative things to the gym and snail trailing on everything to get attention, sweating everywhere. We're not paying you no attention. Okay. Because the numbers are everything is in your favor. You can make up false allegations and ruin a man's career, his social media and everything. What I'm saying? It's dangerous dating nowadays. The STD rates are sky high. But if you look at women online, none of them have STDs. I mean, they're talking about 1 out of 4, but you're seeing more than 4 online. 1 out of 4 of them, or 8, what I'm saying, or 15 or 20 has an STD. They're not talking about this. See, we have to go off the stats because your whole job is to mentally manipulate us into thinking your value is higher than it is because you wasted all your prime years, right? You've collected too many bodies. You can't pair bond. So you have to get on here using social media, which grown men know is an indoctrination system. They're telling us how to think, how to move. That's how they move culture. And you're using it to try to tell us, no, 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 we need to see you in real life. All this social media crap, we don't even know if you're AI. Okay. So again, you're doing too much. What's going on, fam? What's going on? I'll get to the comments in a minute. Want to make sure I get this train of thought out. You're doing too much. You did too much. You have plenty of Panda Bear Express males and other broken males that consider you the Hotep guys or whatever, that consider you goddesses, that would drink your bath water, that would love for you to rub your menstrual all over them. Why don't you just get with them? They're pandering for you day and night. Why don't you find them attractive? Why are you not hooking up with them? Because you know a weak, broken male when you see one instinctively. And by nature, you know the strong males. And you're mad because the strong males see the game. We're doing, what I'm saying, assessment management. Okay. We haven't do risk management here because there's too much going on. This is how men move around, conquer, make sure that we don't go down. We have to, make assessments. I see what social media, and radio is telling us and women. But when I look at the stats, what I'm saying, because men lie and women lie, numbers don't, things aren't adding up right. Okay. The stats are saying otherwise. So this false dichotomy being built on social media is not the reality of the situation. And you're having to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? The real life situation, as opposed to what you're told you're supposed to be able to get based off of you just being a woman on social media. You know what I'm saying? This is breaking your consciousness, it's breaking your mind. And then what you do is you just start venting and lashing out after the men that you actually desire. I don't know what is the shame us into something. I don't know what you're doing, but it's not working. You just keep looking worse and worse and worse. So you need to start doing some risk assessment yourselves and start weighing your options and figuring out is what we're doing right now, is it benefiting us? Is it getting us to where we want to go? Is it getting us to our end goal? If it's not, you might want to rethink what you're doing. Now, masculine men have spoken. You're not going to browbeat us into submission, right? Buck break us through your words online. Man, guess what? Turn off the phone, go about our life. The hell you talking about? None of what y'all doing is real life. None of how you moving, none of how y'all speak online. None of it is real life. I go out all the time. I have no problem with women approaching me, smiling at me, starting conversation. But online, y'all are still trying to act like, oh, no, 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 men are supposed to approach us. That's not the case anymore. Okay? That's it. That's it. I mean, don't listen to these women online. They're going to have you single and miserable and aging out while they're living behind their ego, cashing out on you guys watching their videos and stuff. These are broken women you're watching. They don't have a man. Why are you listening to them? Anyway, I'm not gonna hold you too long. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I kept it short this time. You guys do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button. Do you agree or disagree? I want to know. But even the good women out here are intimidated by a masculine, confident man because they never really seen it. They don't know what to do with it. And instead of them trying to figure it out, they get scared and people fear what they don't understand and they start attacking you from all angles. Hopefully, I guess to browbeat you into submission, it's not going to work. Anointed men of the Most High God are not going to be browbeaten by the internet into submission. It's never going to happen. Okay? All right. So go ahead and marinate on this a little bit, before you jump on TikTok or Instagram or, YouTube and start babbling and rambling, right? Because if your end goal is to stay single, collect a bunch of checks, hey, collect your dogs now, your cats, you know, save yourself the trouble. But if you actually want to eventually get a man that you feel like is on your level, you got to change your ways. You have to change your ways. Let me get through these comments real quick. What is going on? Sherry, what's going on, fam? How are you doing? Sweetheart, how you doing? What is going on, Arthur? How you doing? Brian, my brother, what is happening? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Just give me a second. Yeah, I gotta go. So what's going on, Lone Wolf? What's that? Anderson, what's going on? Not missing anybody. So anyway, you guys, all the comments are up. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Just got through working out, so trying to catch my breath. Drop a comment. You agree? You're going to find a lot of women, and again, it is what it is. We're not saying that y'all are doing bad things. It's just the studying of us it's weird, and it's like, okay, when you get done studying, like what's your goal? Like to collect data and find that perfect guy from the qualities that you've handpicked from different men that you find attractive, and then you're gonna take those and look for all of those in one guy, or are you eventually working up the nerve enough to speak to one of these guys you're studying? But it's gonna be weird by the time you reach out to us, right? Like it's gonna be weird. You're gonna have a lot of preconceived notions, and you've done built all these different ideas in your head of how we're going to be, and we're probably not going to be able to live up to that. So what's the end goal here? Now, if you're just collecting data, I mean, by all means, continue doing what you're doing. But don't think that we can't tell that you're collecting data. Don't think that we can't tell that you're watching us and then imitating what we do. And I don't think you're doing it to see if we would find it attractive. You're doing it for yourself. Like all this gym stuff y'all are doing. Like, listen, man, I want you to look at the guys in your comment sections and the people that get at you. If you're an extremely ripped woman, what kind of male is getting after you? What kind of energy is he giving you? I don't care how his build is. What kind of voice does he have? Does he seem kind of sissy, sassy? You know, feminine, some type of, like, why does he want an extremely ripped woman? Has been to prison before? Like, you got to ask like questions like this, man. Like just trying to figure out what's going on. Because most guys I know don't care about what you're doing in the gym. Now if you're doing some squats or a little bit of, but all this extra stuff y'all be doing, y'all be on TikTok working out hard. You're not doing that for men. You're not doing it for the male gaze. You're just not. So I don't know what you're doing. It just seems like y'all just taking on a bunch of character traits. Like I hear women that are working out on these TikTok live streams and they're saying stuff like, yeah, this is my therapy. Crazy ass woman, what are you doing to where you're working like a man to need to go to the gym to relieve stress? Why is your life so stressful as a woman? You're not thinking about what you're saying before you speak. You're just regurgitating what you heard a man say. Yeah, that sounds good to you as a woman, a man working through his trials and tribulations, the things that make a man into a great man, take him out of his ego. Why are you needing to be taken out of your ego? What are you going through that you need to go and relieve stress and trauma in the gym? You don't think about what you're saying before you regurgitate it. You're not thinking about how it comes across to the opposite gender that actually likes feminine women. You're just saying stuff. You know, I hear y'all regurgitating stuff that I know you got from a man, because when I'm listening to it, I'm like, this doesn't sound feminine. This doesn't sound like what a woman should be saying. You're literally watching males regurgitating what they're doing and then wondering why truly masculine men find you disgusting. We don't like dudes. How many times we have to tell you that? I don't care what you try to project on. We don't like dudes. We don't like being around dudes, and we don't like females that act like dudes and move like dudes. How many times do we have to tell you this? So keep doing all this weird stuff. And then, like, if you don't want to learn how to be a woman, that ain't our fault. We go to a country where they teach women how to be women. But y'all keep doing masculine stuff and then wonder why you can't get a man. You're in there bench pressing as much as I am. You know, your traps are popping out. Clavicle, what's going on? Some of y'all looking like y'all on some gear, or you might have been born a man. Like it's getting the Chad jaw, too much testosterone flow. Chad, y'all are bragging about Chad jawlines. What man has ever said, look at the jawline on her? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're turning into the men that you find attractive. And then you're projecting that on the straight heterosexual males. We don't want that shit. We want soft women, big titties, soft booties. Y'all ripped out here. I keep seeing black women on TikTok talking about wanting a six pack. What are you talking about, man? Y'all are so vain. You're doing it for the aesthetic to have other women be like, oh yeah, girl. Ain't no man ever said, I can't wait to rub my hands down her six pack. What the fuck are you doing? You're just doing stupid shit. Don't think you're gonna get a man like this, man. Hey, walk around your six packs, walk around your demon backs, right? Not big backs. Look up demon back. Rip the shit. Look up that. Walk around like that. You know, brag and jump up and do 30 chin-ups. You know what I'm saying? Pull-ups, whatever, right? All this weirdo stuff you're doing. Not a single thing about your favorite meal you love to cook, how you love to clean your home and the routines you have for that, you know, playing what kind of music. None of that kind of stuff, right? This stinking ass dude stuff. Oh, look out. You get sweaty and funky, motherfucker. That's not what we want to get to y'all for. We like y'all well kept, put away. You're on here getting sweaty and funky and snail trailing, and then you got these dweebs that would drink your bath water after you've been sitting in it for an hour, and you're using them to hype you up. You will not see masculine men in your comment section that you find attractive simping for you with this goofy, sweaty ass shit you be doing. And if he is someone that you find physically attractive, I bet if you go through his profile, he'll seem more prissy than you. I bet he will. Ain't no masculine man want to see you sweating in no motherfucking gym. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they say. And if you do find one that like it, he probably likes you farting in his face too with his weird ass self. Oh, what woman to fart around me? Get your goofy old stinking weird ass up out of it. All these dudes, man, that be liking funky chicks, they be having the same like weird fetish for farting and and the woman being super ripped like a dude, like a skinny dude. I want to watch out for them dudes, man. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, men like women soft. That's why I don't get on to guys that kind of like chubby chasers too much. Because at least they still like soft women. It be y'all dudes that be wanting women that are ripped like men. Like, you don't see nothing wrong with that, bro. You can't wait to crack her demon back. Watching her triceps looking like a horseshoe. Are you are you serious? And that's supposed to be a feminine feature that you find? Come on, man. You're not going to invert me. I'm not into none of that shit. I'm not into no Chad jawline that y'all be looking for, 6 pack abs, demon backs, a whole bunch of shredded thigh muscle, quad muscle. I'm not into it, man. Soft women. And if you're a woman that can go to the gym every day and you still have all your soft features, you don't get super defined, chef's kiss. Don't ever let anybody shame you. Chef's kiss. We love you. We love soft looking women. So you can work as much as you want to and still maintain that woman frame. That feminine. Yeah, we love that. You ladies that get too ripped, slow down, man. You're doing it for your ego. You're not doing it for us. We don't want to see that shit. Your egos are all out of control. It's all about your vanity. And now it's a weird vanity to have male aesthetics. No longer having feminine aesthetics or whatever. It's just male aesthetic. I want a 6 pack. Shut the hell up, you weird ass chick. I want a demon back. Shut the hell up, man. My jawline isn't sticking out enough. I need to make a cut. Man, I'm tired of y'all, man. I don't even like hearing dudes talk like this. And you bringing this dude terminology and this dude talk, in a woman's spaces that I'm listening to, and now I got to hear y'all talking like a bunch of slow, dumbass dudes. No, man. Like I'm just, we're over it, man. Anyway, just putting it out there. They're intimidated by you. And this manifests in multiple ways. Some just sit back, observe, study, take note, regurgitate their notes online and call them studies, but they'll never cite their sources. Um, then there's also women that just take on whatever you do, like whatever you're doing. Instead of looking for a man that has those qualities, they take on those qualities. They take them on, start doing it themselves, and then be like, "Oh, why don't a man want me?" This what you have, and you have the shy women. Okay, you just have shy women. So it's gonna be this way. Now, for those of y'all who are pressed and you want to run down these women, do it. It's your own cost. Go ahead. But it's not safe. It's not a good idea. And stop being cheap, man. Put a little bit of time, get your money right, and go overseas. Get your passport, go overseas. Be around feminine women that enjoy your masculinity, not try to take it on in any kind of weird way, or it triggers them because they've never been around a masculine man before because their father wasn't around and their mom ran everything. So it's a mess. Keep your sanity, move around, and pay attention to these women that are all in. You can tell they're in male spaces when they're just consumed with male aesthetics. Like, bro, I'm serious. I want to know in the comment section who's looking for a 6 pack on a woman. Expose yourself right now in the comment section. You down low ass dude, like expose yourself. I want to know who's looking for a 6 pack on a woman. The most I hear is a flat stomach. I've never heard guys raise the standard up to a 6 pack. You know what they do when they do weird shit like this, bro? When they start, taking on male aesthetics and different things that men do that are masculine, it moves the goalposts. So now the things that we used to do that women would be like, oh man, I love a guy in shape. You got these funky ass women doing the same thing. It makes it seem less impressive. And these funky ass chicks that trying like a man, they're not trying to get, masculine men. They just want to be like us. But they're ruining it by pushing the goalposts because now women are like, well, hell, these women got 6 packs now. Well, what's things, they ain't nothing. You got stanking ass women going to the gym whining about how hard it is for them to put on muscle, and then now they're online throwing around a bunch of propaganda. It's easy for men to put on muscle. It's easier for them. They can just look at weights and put on. So now they're a victim. Now they're a victim of muscle development, and they found a way to weaponize it and make it to where we're doing something wrong by the way that we're made. And it's not even true. It's not easy like that, man. If it was easy for men to put on muscle, every guy would be ripped and in shape and in stock. This is what people do when they're competing with you secretly, and they can't compete. So they start this. They're wondering why are these women saying things like, it's easy for guys to put on muscle. They can just look at weights because they're competing with you secretly, and they're jealous of you. And these stupid ass fools can't keep it to themselves. They go right to the internet and post it. And they think that they're clever by disguising it behind all this crazy internet lingo. And you're not. You're not disguising nothing. It sounds crazy. You sound like you're envious and jealous of men when that doesn't make any sense. There's plenty of things in your favor as a woman. And even if it does take you longer or whatever the case, no, that probably means you're not meant to be that ripped or that big. You're having to do more, taking your body outside its natural element. Hence the reason why it takes you longer and why it's harder. But you don't want to listen to nobody. You want to be extremely ripped for whatever reason. You want the data girls? Oh, look at you, data girl. Ain't no masculine man looking for that, man. I'm trying to tell you. Get you a sissy dude that you can protect. That whenever something goes quick in the night, you jump your ripped ass up, parkour off the walls, and handle business. Hell up out of here. You want to get super ripped for aesthetic. You don't want to, it don't want to be used for anything, proactive or productive protection or anything. No, you just want to look that way. Weird ass chicks, man. Be careful out here, gentlemen. It's strange. It's getting worse. And you don't know whether you're dating a woman that wants to be you or be with you. Might be just studying you to get what she can, to upgrade herself. Anyway, just my thoughts. Guys, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment. Appreciate y'all. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
It's on you. Hey, hold on. Bitch, be quiet. Lot of niggas fake, so I'm moving in silence.